everybody, this week on ANN News Kids, we'll be talking about China's new fastest train, the official start of Olympics 2021, coronavirus statistics and climate change. The country of the week is Rwanda, and Vritisha was the first to guess it. Congratulations! Don't forget to write your answer of next week's Country of the Week, which will come just after the teaser and the Country of the Week segment. Write your answer in the comments below. The Extra Fun segment is all about hilarious jokes, and we are talking to Frøy Lode Wiig, a journalist and teacher from Norway. I really hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share as we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. China just launched its new fastest train, the maglev bullet train. It goes at 600 kilometers per hour. Maglev stands for magnetic levitation. The train appears to be floating because of this. The other fast trains go at around 350 kilometers per hour and require more maintenance and create more noise. There is only one maglev train in commercial use for the moment. On Friday, 23rd July, the Tokyo Olympics officially began after 1 year's delay. There were less than 1,000 spectators and more than 200 countries paraded with flags. Naomi Osaka, a Japanese tennis player, lit the Olympic flame. The first gold medal went to Yang Qian from China, who's a shooter in the air gun sport. The Olympics will take place from 23rd July to 8th August. Coronavirus cases are slowly increasing. There are about 195 million cases worldwide and more than 4 million deaths. There are just about 13 million active cases around the world currently. USA, India, Brazil, Russia and France are the top 5 countries with the most cases, and USA, Brazil, India, Mexico and Peru are the top 5 countries with the most deaths. Recently, we have been talking about climate change and unusual weather around the world. This week, there was some floods and landslides in India, and other recent examples are the floods in Germany and the heat wave in Canada. Hopefully, these problems will be addressed soon, globally, but here are some things that we can do to help global warming. We can use both sides of the paper. We can try not to litter and pick up trash, try recycling and redecorating instead of buying new things, minimize food waste, start composting, and even try and use less plastic, such as using reusable bags instead of plastic bags. Okay, so could you please start by introducing yourself?
Yes, so my name is Frøy Lode Wiig. I am Norwegian. I live in Oslo normally. At the time, just now, I'm living in Mauritius. And I have 2 jobs or 2 professions. I am a journalist, trained as a journalist, and I've also trained as a teacher. So normally I do 50-50. I'll do a little bit of writing, or 50% writing and then 50% teaching. And I really like that combination.
Wow. And can you tell us more about what you do as a teacher and a writer?
Yes, so I've been a journalist for 20 years now. And for the past 10, 15 years, I've been a freelance journalist. So that means that I work by myself and I have various employers. And I have specialized in medical and health issues. So I'm very interested in everything that has to do with psychology or psychiatry and those kinds of things. So I write mostly for kind of trade journals or trade magazines, so specialized media. I don't work for like broadsheets or daily news. I think it's more difficult as a freelancer. So that's what I do as a journalist, and I write. So I'm not a video journalist or anything like that. And then as a teacher, I teach high school. So I teach English and history and social science. And I guess most people know what a teacher does. So it involves planning lessons and giving lectures and getting to know students and helping them and lots of grading, unfortunately. Okay.
Wow. And what made you start both of these careers? So what brought you into these sectors?
Okay, so I went to journalism school when I was in my early 20s. So I finished my bachelor's degree. I did a bachelor's in international relations. And at the time I was very young and very, didn't know much about how things worked. And I had this idea that I really wanted to be a foreign journalist, to combine my bachelor's in international relations. And I had a quite keen interest in international politics. So that's when I went to journalism college and did a degree. And then when I graduated from journalism college, I was very quickly made aware that 9 out of 10 journalists really, really want to work with international news, and you really have to, work your way up. So you start at a local news desk or something like that, and then you work your way up. And unfortunately, I was very impatient, so I was quite unhappy and bored doing local news, and I'm so embarrassed to think back on it now. And I was 23 years old and I thought I knew everything, and I was like, oh my god, why are they not sending me to New York or Washington or I don't know, all these exciting places? I should be doing that. And of course I should not have been doing that. So the editors knew a lot better than I did, but that's how I started out. But then I quickly discovered that I really loved, what I love about being a journalist is all the different people that you get to meet. And you can ask any question that you like, and people will answer you because you're a journalist. And I think I have a natural curiosity, so that really appeals to me. And that's one of my favorite things about the job, just meeting people and getting to ask all these questions about a wide variety of things. But then I'd been working as a journalist for 15 or 16 years, and I started to get quite tired of writing. And also I felt at some stage that I was writing a lot of things that not very many people read. So I wanted to do something that I felt was more useful. And that's when I retrained. I went back to school as an adult and I retrained and took a teacher training program. And that was just because I thought that being a teacher would be very meaningful and a way to give back. And it is. And so that was the right decision.
Wow, that's great. And since you've already said what you like about being a journalist, what do you like the most about being a teacher?
Well, the best part of being a teacher and the worst part of being a teacher are the students, of course. So, no, the best part of being a teacher, definitely the students. You get to know. So I teach high school. So I teach students between 18 and 19. No, sorry, 16 and 19. And I think that's just such a great age. People are just finding their way. And if you're lucky, you can get a real good relationship with someone, and you can actually meet people at an important stage in their life and maybe have some small difference. And I'm an English teacher and I love English literature and I don't know, English British or US politics, and to be able to maybe inspires some young people to have an interest in those things is really rewarding. And then the worst part of being a teacher is all the grading. So it's not the students, it's all the marking.
Okay. And what interests you about literature?
Oh God, what is not to? I mean, I've always read. I think everyone who grew up loving to read, I mean, they take that with them. They have that often results in a lifelong love and interest of literature. When I was just finishing my high school, I did want to, I thought about applying to university to study literature. And then my father was like, no, but I mean, what kind of job will that give you? You know, you need to do something useful so that you can earn a living. And I always kind of regretted that. So I also went back to school, and then when I was in my 40s, I went back to university to do a degree in literature just because I always wanted to do it. And it was wonderful, and I loved it. And I think one of the things that you learn if you go back to study literature is that you really learn how to read. So I don't know about you guys, but when I used to read a novel, I was just trying to tear through it to see what happened and how it ends. And I feel that now I read in a different way. I'm more concerned with the language and the plotting and trying to think about what the author is trying to say. So it's a different way of reading. Anyway, that was a long answer. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Wow, thank you. And what is your advice to kids?
I think the most important what I wished that someone had told me was to think of your working life as a series of chapters, that your working life can have different chapters. It doesn't have to be, I think a very few of us are just going to have a degree and then have one job, and then they'll be doing that one job for the rest of their lives. So if you think that you can do something for, I don't know, you can go to school, learn something, and then work as one thing for, I don't know, 5-10 years, and then you can retrain or you can do something else. I think that will, make the choices that we make seem less scary and less overwhelming. You can always choose again. And I think, so that would be my advice. Just think of that your working life can have different chapters. I mean, what you choose to do when you're 25 is not necessarily what you want to do when you're 35. But you can retrain, you can change track. And also, if someone asks you when you're choosing, what are you going to use this to, how is this going to help you get a job? I don't know, do what you love, and then you'll get a job somehow. Just don't listen to your parents saying you have to choose engineering or, I don't know, something that would give you a guaranteed job if you don't love it.
Okay, thank you so much. That was the first one. We've never heard it before, so that was really nice.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah. We hope
Okay, well, I'll hope you. Okay, well, hope to see you soon. Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Rwanda est un pays d'Afrique d'Est. Sa capitale est Kigali et sa population est de 12,63 millions d'habitants. C'est connu pour la plus propre ville d'Afrique, son capitale, Kigali. Il est également connu pour ses drones pour transporter le sang et des ressources médicales, ses gorilles, son égalité entre des femmes et des hommes, et son thé. Umuganda est une fête nationale sur le dernier samedi de chaque mois, où tous les habitants font du travail communautaire obligatoire. C'est comment le pays est très propre. Hi everybody, for the extra fun segment this week, I'll be telling you some jokes. I hope you enjoy. Knock knock, who's there? No bell. No bell who? No bell, that's why I had to knock. Knock knock, who's there? Luke. Luke who? Look through the peephole and find out. Knock knock, who's there? Dozen. Dozen who? Doesn't anyone want to let me in? Knock knock, who's there? To. To who? Actually, it's to whom. Knock knock, who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us in, it's cold out here. Knock knock, who's there? Water. Water who? What are you doing telling jokes? Don't you have stuff to do? Knock knock, who's there? Sure. Sure who? Sure would be nice if you opened the door. Knock knock, who's there? Theodore. Theodore who? Theodore is stuck, so let me in. Knock knock, who's there? Stopwatch. Stopwatch who? Stop what you're doing and open the door. Knock knock, who's there? Spell who? WHO. I hope you enjoyed these jokes. Thank you.